Hey Physique Freaks, how's it going? Scott Tuzana, MetabolicMasterpiece.com. It's Thursday, November 5th. It's a day off from the weight training today. Probably gonna hit the gym for some hit later on this afternoon on the recumbent spin bike. Got an MAT, muscle activation technique session in the morning, and I'd like to share some thoughts, a bit of an aha moment yesterday that I had with one of my training clients talking about challenges. So gonna discuss that, just flipping the switch, all that kind of fun mindset stuff. So as well as every meal that I eat. So let's get to it.
Woke up at 6:30, grabbed myself a cup of coffee with a drop of 2% milk, quarter after 8, 2/3 cup oats, 3/4 cup blueberries, 1 scoop of protein powder. You're going to notice that I don't have any eggs and veggies today. And by the end of the day, I was going through withdrawals. I really should have had that instead of my second helping of the pasta dish that you're going to see a bit later on. So at 9 a.m., went out for the MAT session, got home, and around 11:30 brought Chief out for a walk. This is about our halfway point during the walk. That's the dog park there. Sometimes we'll go in there and just toss the ball around. One thing that I noticed while we're walking is that they're already starting to get some of the Christmas decorations set up at the park here. They put on quite a display here, and they're gonna sure have the tree lighting ceremony coming up pretty soon, maybe even this weekend. So I saw the Christmas trees up there. Just a beautiful day again, a little bit windy. 12:30 had my second meal, 1¼ cup of plain Greek yogurt with 1 cup of mixed fruit in there. And we got dinner cooking up, some ground turkey in there, and that's going to go along with the pasta, the elbow noodles that we're having at 5:30, a bit of kielbasa in there, and melted cheddar cheese. So I had 2 full servings of this, and like I said, I really should have had the eggs instead. Around 2,000 calories for the day.
All right, it is just about 3 o'clock, and I just got done doing some hit on the recumbent spin bike for 20 minutes. Really kicked my ass today, feeling freaking awesome. A big sweaty mess right now. Early this morning, 9 a.m. is when I had that muscle activation technique session with Mitch. He worked on my ankle mobility today, my calves and feet, my toes, like all those different muscles in there. It was another, once again, eye-opening experience for myself. Pretty interesting stuff. I noticed when I couldn't activate certain muscles, I'd really tense up in my neck. It's like whenever I can't function, can't work something, or something isn't, the signal isn't getting there the best that it could be, I tend to be all tense, tensing certain muscles up. And I noticed the same thing whenever I do chest exercise. I really tense up. I tense up my back muscles and shoulders, and I think that takes away from the focus on my pecs. So something that I'll be talking more about with Mitch coming up in our future sessions, just something I'm becoming more and more aware of. And that's one of the benefits, one of the beauties of muscle activation techniques, is it's really heightened my sense of awareness with how my body is functioning with the simplest of tasks throughout the day. Absolutely loving it. Unfortunately, I was so wrapped up in the moment and really enjoying the session, I forgot to pull out my camera. So I'll make sure I do that again next week. My apologies for that. Right now, I want to talk about something that came up in a conversation while training one of my clients yesterday. And it was all in regards to flipping that switch in our mind and just becoming completely unstoppable. It's something that I talk about often, and something that you hear other people discuss. All of a sudden you get in the zone. You flip that switch and everything just becomes effortless and nothing can get in your way. What exactly does that mean? How do we exactly define that? It's a bit of a struggle to kind of put it into words. It's more of a feeling, an experience. And I began to think about flipping that switch and challenges. So how my mindset has shifted in these past couple of weeks. As I began this cutting phase nearly 3 weeks ago, immediately I knew that weekends were going to be my biggest challenge. And when I thought of this challenge, a lot of fear came over me. It was a lot of worry and concern. Can I do it? How am I going to overcome it? And it was really wearing on me. It was a bit of an emotional drain. I wasn't excited about it. It was a lot of fear involved there. When I put the plan into action after that initial weekend. So there was fear leading up to it, and what do you know? All my fears came true, and I blew my weekend, my diet that weekend. After that weekend, I formulated my plan of action and thought of ways of how I could handle the situation when it approaches again the following week. So I was crazy prepared for that second weekend. It went exceptionally well, and I'm really building momentum off that weekend. It's like as soon as I overcame that weekend, that's when the switch really flipped in my mind and realized, holy crap, I can do this. And a challenge went from being a fear to now something I look forward to. I look forward to the challenge of this upcoming weekend and overcoming it again. It's something that I'm like, bring on the challenge. It's kind of like what leg day has become to me. In the past, I always used to fear leg day. I always used to dread leg day. And there were often times that I would skip it because of that fear. And I just didn't want to feel that kind of fatigue and soreness. And I didn't want to put in the work. I knew how demanding it was going to be on my body. Whereas once I started embracing the challenge of a leg day, I look forward to it. And the leg day kind of sets a tone for the rest of my week, for the rest of the workouts. It's like I prove to myself what I'm capable of achieving. I show myself what I'm made of. And I kind of feel like this past weekend where I overcame the challenge, the nutritional challenges of the weekend, it's like bring it on now. It's like bring it on. I've shown myself what I'm made of. I've shown myself that I can do it, and I welcome this challenge once again. I'm going to do even better this weekend than I did the last weekend. So challenge can be something that you fear, or it can be something that you embrace and you look forward to, because that challenge really shows you what you're made of. And I find the challenge, you overcome that challenge, and then it's like a domino effect. It breeds more success. It breeds that desire to test your limits, to step outside of your comfort zone. Just once again, show yourself what you're made of. I think I've rambled on long enough about this point here, and I think I got my point across. The other thing that came up was, so my client, she was struggling with her nutrition, and again, the switch flipped for her right around the same time it flipped for me. Kind of ironic. We're feeding off each other. She's in my Physique Artist Nation, my closed group on Facebook. So she sees other stuff. We all feed off of the success that others are having. So her switch flipped, and now she's eating better. She's feeling lighter. She's like, it's amazing. Like, you feel so much better when you're eating healthy, living that active, healthy lifestyle. How the heck can we, like, once you experience that feeling, how is that possible to even get away from that? It's amazing how you can easily slip into bad habits. So it's something I want to propose to you, like why I'm sure you've been in that position before where you've been doing exceptionally well. You feel absolutely incredible living this physique artist lifestyle, this aesthetic lifestyle, this healthy, fit lifestyle. What happens? Like, why do you think it's so easy to just slip into those bad habits, even though you know how good it feels, how great your mood is, how great your energy is, just how light you feel, how free you feel? You'd think that when you experience those feelings, it'd be like impossible. Why would we not want to feel like that all the time? And then you have a bad day of eating, or you become lazy. You're like, ugh, God, no wonder I live a healthy, active lifestyle. This feels like crap. And oftentimes, that's all I need. Like that one day I'm like, geez, this is my reminder that this is why I don't live this kind of lifestyle. Sometimes, like during the summer, it was easy for me to kind of slip into those bad habits because it was one after another, one party after another, one trip after another, one little gathering with the neighbors. It just all kept going on and going on. It's easy to slip into that kind of lifestyle, and it doesn't take long to kind of lose sight of how good it feels to be active, to eat well, nutrient-rich foods. So I just kind of want to get your insights on that. What are your thoughts on those experiences? What are your thoughts on how come it's so easy to just slip into the norm, I guess, instead of the higher standards that we hold for ourselves and the higher energy that we really embrace? That's my ramblings for the day. Hope you enjoyed this footage. Thanks again for sharing this journey with me. Tomorrow, we've got our third circuit training workout of the week, as well as some posing with Rick and I. Really looking forward to that. I'll be doing a weigh-in and kind of showing you where I'm at the stage in the game. Thanks again. Catch you tomorrow.